It's President's Day here. So we're here with a non-arena game. We're playing as Patrick of the Isles and Bowser Hugs, and we've got a player that I'm not quite as familiar with, Kamishini no Hana. Let's take a look at the what we've got here. So there's no big building tile. There's no spade. There's no 6 coins. There's no coins over here. So it does look like it could be not a great game in terms of coins. The 2 TP rounds in the middle, along with this TP pass tile, do suggest that there are ways that we can get coins into the game, but it's not trivial. So we have Giants and Darklings picked into the first 2 seats. Thinking about what factions can get out a bunch of dwellings and then build these TPs. And I think given that it's round 3 water spades, and there's another water spade event, mermaids could be fine here. They obviously are very happy to get the worker power if it's handed to them. They can grab C3, they can grab F2, build a bunch of dwellings, and still open with a temple for fire 1. And then you'll have the priest production to get this spade later. Given that it's Darklings and Giants in the first 2 seats, you might also have the cultiest game here as mermaids. Both of the ship tiles are in the game. I think that mermaids look pretty nice and resilient here. So that's the plan. Bowser's choosing a faction here. I think yellow and gray makes sense color-wise. Honestly, there's not too many bad colors here. Like green, obviously you don't love sandwiches, but like Darklings and Mermaids are 2 of the factions that can best handle a color sandwich. So I'm not even that concerned on that front. One of the bigger questions actually is, if you're mermaids, you're going to get double dig. Would you rather start with the worker power, or would you rather start with temp ship and just get all your dwellings out? To me, unless yellow is in the game, the answer is pretty clearly worker power, because I would rather open with a temple for fire 1 than just spray out all my dwellings, I think. We get engineers, so that definitely makes giants worse. Oh man, why is this game on normal time settings? So NGs definitely can hit a lot of these round 3 and 4 TPs. The bad thing about the round 6 temples is that engineers often have already built their temples by this point. Like a typical engineer build order is like get your 2nd temple out by round 1 or round 2, then your 3rd temple maybe by round 3 or round 4. And as long as you get all your scoring favors, I guess like that's entirely fine for NGs. They don't particularly want their big buildings, so they can build those late. Darklings are good because this might be a low scoring game, so like the late temples, the inherent scoring of Darklings is going to be valuable. The biggest problem with mermaids is the lack of neighbors in the west. That's pretty typically your biggest issue as mermaids. not getting neighbors over here could be a death sentence, because you typically want a 3-town game plan. That said, you have a decent chance at getting like secondish on network, maybe first on network. Engineers obviously can do very well on network, but with giants in the game, it's pretty tricky. Darklings also being in the game makes this G6 play like it's a little tougher with giants in the game, because you're gonna have a tougher time. Like you have to pick between E9 to make your town, or to connect. Like you probably want to connect on E9 G3, but then Darklings probably take G6 on you, and you don't get a town here. So it's pretty awkward. Pastile wise, I would probably take this if I were engineers. Yeah, I would probably take worker power. It's just generically the best tile for engineers. I don't like giants here. The big building event comes during the wrong round. I don't think you're going to be able to compete for double dig against these factions. Engineers are in the game. Yeah, you're not getting through here because mermaids will take C3 and NGs are starting on E7 in round 1. You have to count on darklings not to leave you this. Maybe you can get this town, but NGs could still beat you to G2. So you're looking at the bridge town. Like, I don't see anything I like there. I was saying that I like mermaids here, but I think I'll be okay if I'm just on darklings. I'm thinking of starting E5 as darklings. I know mermaids probably crowd you on E4, but this E6 hex should be really good for leech. And then I don't think anyone specifically wants F3. Like, giants could place their second dwelling on F3, but I'm not convinced that that's good compared to starting D7. That gives engineers a ton if giants don't start D7, and they start double center, and it just randomly hurts darklings. So I'm going to bid as if giants are playing D7, even though realistically there is always the chance that my opponents don't do what I expect. Again, I like mermaids' chances at network. I think I still like mermaids taking C3, F2 in round 1. If engineers do take... So I guess we should consider, what if engineers do take worker power? Then your pastile in round 1 is probably just temp ship then, and then darklings get the priest, giants get this coins. This is a lot worse, though. I guess you probably build C1 and C3. These are probably your 2 digs, and then you build here, here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you could just open 5 dwellings and then pass onto the dwellings tile and try to make a temple for fire 1 in round 2. It's not as good as temple fire 1 plus 3 dwellings. Definitely not, but plus 4 dwellings rather. But ending round 1 with 7 dwellings on the board is also just pretty solid, you know. It's never bad to have a full dwelling rush. So yeah, I think that the C3, C1, D2, A4, H2 game plan is pretty good if you don't get that. Darklings, then if you're darklings, then you're the culty faction, because then you get priest to earth, priest to... Well, actually, priest to earth doesn't really matter that much, but priest to fire, priest to water as darklings would be pretty solid. There's also the question that, like, if you get out 7 dwellings, then maybe your temple should just be for water 1 and not for fire 1. Um, because there are these mid-game TP rounds. You can try to get like 1 TP up in this round and then a couple more TPs up in this round. Just score tons of points as opposed to relying on fire 1. Though with fire 1, you might just be able to get water 1 as well, and then you have 2 TPs, or 2 temples, and like 3 TPs by the end of this round. It's fun. It's fun, I think, though neighbors, as always, is an issue, I guess. Sitting on darklings, it's probably G5, E5, with digs on E6 and G6. Oh, okay. I think that this is too early for giants, but without the big building tile and with this in the wrong round, but we'll see how it breaks down. I anticipate that I'm going to get this offered this. I could get no leech in round 1. That would be awkward. I do really want a worker's action if I can get it, so. There is a world where I avoid E5 for sure. I don't think I particularly want to start double east here. I think probably just digging e6 makes sense for me to get in on the leech party. Start e5, just take e6. I do have a neighbor here. Get in on the leech party here, so that way I'm guaranteed to get leech. Getting leech enables me to take the worker's power action. And of course, if giants take the worker's action, then I just do 3 power to a worker. I put priest to fire, take fire 1. Yeah, I think it's fire 1, right? It's fire 1, probably. Patrick does start where I expect, which means that f3 should be safe as long as I dig this, so I think this is pretty good. That's what we expected. Mermaids go on the ship VP. I don't like that at all. I think that that's awful. Bowser, why are you being awful again? This is... Well, this is crazy good for giants, but, I mean, what are we going to do, right? Giants getting temp ship is clearly their preferred tile because now they can get d6 and then maybe spade b3 in round 1, and then they're on lots of hexes that they want to be on. But whatever. Mermaids are going to take c3, f2 now. Like, double digging is still not bad, to be clear, but I actually wonder if giants might double spade c3 if they're allowed to. Actually, there's no way they should be allowed double spade, right? Mermaids and engineers are playing, so yeah. They take c4, which I think that this is a fairly reasonable take. This hex should get leech from giants. Patrick is going to take the worker's action, which means that I probably go 3 power to a worker as I send my priest to fire. If Patrick doesn't take the workers, of course I take them, but I don't see any reason why he's not taking them now. He can get workers and coins this round, so it's pretty sick. And in that case, I will upgrade E6. E6 feeds my opponent's leech, but it also gets me leech, which is obviously nice. Heroic Logic, what is up? How's it going? Good to have you here. Patrick is weighing whether or not to take the workers. Yep, does take them. Okay, I'll upgrade in the center. Getting more leech can't be bad. I guess my other option, I was always going to upgrade either in the center. My other option was E5, so taking a break from work and you like the Giants positions. I like the Giants positions too. I don't think that Giants were supposed to get temp ship. I think that mermaids were supposed to take temp ship, and they instead took the crappier power tile for 3 points. But yeah, I really think that they were probably supposed to just full dwelling rush here. Like C3, C1, A4, D2, H2. They end with 7 dwellings on the board. Then the next round they can either temple for fire 1 or water 1 or something. And they could have tried to pass onto the dwellings tile as well. I think that there was a lot of good stuff possible for them, but I mean their position still isn't terrible. Like I think mermaids have a decent amount going for them still, but I don't love what they've done here. I guess we could go priest to earth instead. Let's see. Patrick has to give me leech here. I wonder if I can steal the priest power action, then go priest here, priest here. Can I still get out the sanctuary if I do that? I would spend 5 coins right now, so then I would have 7 coins going to next round because I would take fire 1. So I would need 3 coins left. I probably can't do that because then I'm a worker short as well. Plus it would burn down all of my power. I'm only getting 2 more power, right? 2 power here. So I'd be at 12 power. 3 power for 1 worker, 3 power for 1 priest. That puts me at these 2 priests off, gets me 2 power. So I'd have 2 power and 1 worker. And I'd be 1 worker short heading into next round. So that's probably not safe to do. It's painful, but I think we do this. I think I just probably take the priest here. I would expect NGs to take priest. They should also probably make a second. Well, we didn't expect this. Makes a case for us taking the priest. Because we're getting 2 more leech here. And then we put priest off here, priest off here. We'll have 4 power in bowl 2. We just need a worker and a little bit of stuff. Man, if engineers upgrade here, that would be phenomenal. In any case, we know that the priest to fire. Looks like I'll be able to do darklings things without too much interference. Yes, things without too much interference, but it's like a mediocre thing. And I also am starting at pretty low victory. I'm not actually convinced that it's that good of a game. Okay, giant. We will just send this here, and that will end our round. We're getting leech here, so I think that the right big coins tile enable us to take a worker's action and then sanctuary for Earth 1. I'm still anticipating getting leech off of darklings. This is delicious. Patrick might just build d6 to delay giving leech here. A little too gun shy on bidding on engineers. I was like, oh, they have a tough time, but they've also just gotten a mega of leech here. And I mean, admittedly, that was me mostly doing it. And I think that they actually have a chance at getting this double spade off next round, though I think that they're more important for them to get connect. But if they do just double spades, I'm bridging through here. He is going to try to go for the stronghold next, which does make sense. Patrick takes Earth 1, which I think is pretty weak. Chickens, what's good? Yeah, so one of the things that I was not happy about for Giants here was... Well, okay, so Giants are going to get to 2 ship. So, like, they're going to use ship. So they're going to get on A6, D6, and A12 this round, I think. Run out of coins, and then they won't be able to build their stronghold next round. It's quite awkward. A lot of things are really awkward here, and this makes engineers' life so much better. I think really, really happy right now, if I had to guess. By the way, we're playing against Bowser Hugs, who is a notorious blocker, so I'm going to actually even take the workers, or if I'll just get Earth if I do that. I suppose if I do get Earth 1 blocked, then I'm probably just going to take Water 1. Should I take Water? It's not clear to me. I have 2 workers coming in to supplement my worker income. So I think that I just Earth 1 here. The extra worker is just so valuable for me. Okay, so engineers really... I don't know if they're taking E9 and G2 are taking G6. Either of those is pretty defensible. They took Earth 1 and no Earth 2 right now. Patrick Doug is likely going to prevent him from building a stronghold in the stronghold round, which is hilarious to me. Coins action right now. Patrick's just dead, I think. Engineers, I suppose, could go for F3. That would certainly annoy me. I don't think that that's good for them. I guess I could get engineers take F3. Bowser does indeed just go for Earth 1. I did disagree pretty strong with Bowser's game. Oh, Patrick action, isn't he? So he is going to pull this off. Nice, good for him. Also, I'm noticing that Bowser is going to be able to get a 2-key town next round, so I do like that as well. So this Mermaids game is better had feared. Things about mermaids is that you're just expecting, like, you get so much leech from, which is pretty beautiful. Okay, so Patrick grabs the coins. He's going to get his thing out. Engineers will be able to get a tool. They're going to also need a bridge down over here. They're a little short on power, but I'm going to give them some. I like them apples. What I've taken as giants. How about fire one? Yeah, I mean, Patrick is a stronghold anyway, so like I think I'm pretty happy with how things went down. This mermaid's line would have been your choice if you didn't get temp ship round one with Earth one and everything. I mean, I think that it actually is turning out better for Bowser than I would like expect necessarily. Though yeah. So Bowser next round is he's gonna pass really quick onto this, so that's good for him, right? I gave engineers the leech they need to make this bridge, so they do have one action of tempo. They can send a priest to water, likely. I would anticipate sending a priest to water here, and then giants up D7, engineers bridge to C5, giants upgrade to a stronghold, engineers build C5. Okay, they just take the bridge now, which is it wasn't contested, but I move. Like the micro there doesn't really this hex. This hex is going pretty soon, so I have to imagine that this is the yeah, I have to imagine that mermaids are getting onto this, but there's definitely a case for temp ship as well. Temp ship means that they have to burn power, and then they can get onto H2, A11, C1. Okay, so they're passing onto that. This makes me really pass onto the workers. I think energies should always be building both of these dwellings, plus like I can use my cult bump, and the cult bump goes on. Which hex does the cult bump go on? That's the question right now. Put the cult bump on water, then I can take an 8 and get step 8, and then I can use this spade. Now a spade isn't that, however, priest production, or I mean, cult towns are good against giants, right? I mean, earlier priest production than normal for themselves. I might not be getting cult points anyway. However, I am on point town can really help my power cycling on this track. So yeah, so maybe I just put the cult bump on water. Actually, a sharp move for NGs might just be to pass here. This last dwelling income, and it's not a contested hex. They do put priest to air, which I don't particularly like. I think that they were in position to put priest to water and then take water one, right? But whatever. Giants are likely to just cut through here for a town. So my town is my 10. I don't think I'm going to get... Patrick does have shipping, so he could spade over. Spade D8, possibly not wanting to give engineers leech right now. Patrick probably should just put a priest to water. He can't get the spade off of it, but just taking a 3 spot is pretty good in general. Also, Patrick is now in position of town next round. That's pretty sweet. Though I guess just passing for coins is the best thing that he can do. Now are just they have lots. They have their scoring set up, so they just need economy, specifically coin economy. Take the tile. Bowser is not going to take the coins. I think it would be insane for Bowser not to take them. It's a professional opinion right there. I was talking about taking the... I'm just going to take this hex. Up here, I also don't feel like giving Engineer's Leech right now, so I'm just going to take this hex and we'll figure out our lives from there. I was thinking we're going for a ship town here, but I'm not quite sure. So Giants have a town here set up, a town here, and then for 3 towns here. They have a decent number of points. They have Earth 1 right now. They also just passed right here for this and a coins action. That would be pretty solid. I think securing a bridge makes a fair amount of sense for our giant friends. I would think that Bowser is going for the 2 key town. He was just trying to figure out which hex to upgrade first. I understand why engineers did not temple for water 1 first. I think that they oh, okay. They want their next temple to be over here so that they can get the sanctuary. That makes sense. Definitely a case for town here. Instead of the 8. But I kind of like the 8-pointer because it saves me a priest. That's one of the cool things about it. But also, like getting a dig on F5 also saves me. And like I said, I think that the 8-point is good. I guess the other thing that's is the priest. Apart from this, so I kind of like that. If I'm passing, then I'm probably taking the worker power, actually. It seems a little crazy, but my logic here is that the worker power gives a coins action. Oh, actually, I have the coins action, so maybe then I should tilt my map toward the priest. Because I am a little worker short, hilariously. Really want mermaids to land on this. I could spend next round advancing my shipping, but probably advance my shipping later and take the priest for now. I'm just trying to figure out like my economy around. Question is just, could work. I pass on to work. I build 2 TPs, and then I build 2 dwellings. It's pretty decent, right? The priest might hang around anyway. Do I expect any more leech? Maybe, but it doesn't matter. I'll just find the leech on F3. It's 1 point for 1 power. I think I can decline that. MGs also want this bridge quite a lot. So I think that this round is 2 TPs, 2 dwellings. The roaring coin economy. I can take air 1 in this round, advance shipping, and then build lots of dwellings. I'm trying to think if maybe going for a southern town makes any sense in that case, but in my opinion right now, I guess his worker economy doesn't suggest that he's living. There's also a question of is going over to D3. If Patrick doesn't come over to D3 E3, then Mermaid's game should fair amount. However, you know, they should be able to always carve out a second town. Their economy going a little bit in these coming rounds. Is shipping here, so he is going to be coming over to. I think that he actually, that's good news for Bowser for sure. Yeah, I think that that's very good news for Bowser. I'm thinking about it, and probably what it behooves me to do is to take a town this round. I think what I want to commit a bunch of dwellings over here, and then overbuild this town here, and then maybe try to get either a workers' power action or a workers' town. Make my 4th TD over here. It's gonna look really strange, but I think it could work out. So we are going to put the spade on F5, and then we're going to build F5. Rely on our opponents. This relies on Padme from me, which obviously I can't do. I don't know. It's gonna. I was thinking that it could be cool for me to build 1, 2, 3, 4. So this with a spade. Then F7, E10 with 1 dig, H7 with another dig, and then a TP. That would require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers. And require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coins with the coins action. Bowser took a power out a little bit worried. Why did he build H2? That has to be a mistake. Yeah, he's going to build. Yeah, so maybe I can snag that. Like, my dream is to take an 8 at the end of it. Whoa. Okay. Energies are passing in front of giants. This was a little scary looking. He doesn't have a place to use 2 spades, so because he doesn't have any shipping, so he might single spade this. We'll see what Gray does here. But obviously, their first action is committed to using a spade. An advanced ship and probably, well, giants also want to. Am I gonna lose my 10 hex that I worked so hard for? Whoa. Also, were mermaids already on this? I'm not. Yeah, it is just a single spade. So they don't choose to meddle with any of my hexes, which I could afford to have my hexes unbeknownst to them. Mermaids cult dug this because they didn't advance their shipping. Fine. Though actually, I don't know if this seems fine because I think that giants want to town through these hexes. If I'm not mistaken, they need to go for a town. I mean, they need towns. Maybe they don't need towns. They're scoring quite well without them, and they're on a pass tile, but instinct was that giants wanted towns here. So probably make a TP and take probably a workers town or a ship town. Workers town is better because you can manually advance ship and then build G1 here. It's a prediction for engineers. I would really hate it if they took a cult town, but I suppose that's also possible. It's a cult town myself. But I can settle for a workers town instead. If indeed I get there 1 for giants. I think that that's pretty sus. I also don't think that giants should have any interest at both these hexes. So, like, and I obviously retaliate by taking E7 and then, like, so giants are settling for, it looks like this town here, a sanctuary town here, and probably a bridge town here. That's what it looks like to me. And I guess the other town that engineers could take, like, I'm thinking of ways that it could benefit me, right? If engineers take a priest, benefit me because then they can send the priest here. They can still advance ship and build G1, which makes me feel very slightly better about my sad life decisions. But I do think the 8-point town is probably just best. Oh, it's a ship town. Okay. I think that was arguably the worst choice for him, but this doesn't mean that he gets the priest off to air, so he can evade. So that part is cool. This is one of the cool benefits of starting in the center. Everyone's happy. You're all welcome. I would probably hang a bridge if I were Patrick. No one's, like, your yellow hexes here are threatened, but the bridge could be threatened. So bridge building, TPing, seems good to me. This I don't like what this says about engineering and workers action. I am going to build H7 next and hope that NGs don't take a workers action. Thinking about it, I need 2 ship comes to HF. Maybe I should just build H7. Ooh, the workers action now. I'm just going to grab the workers action now. Don't have to worry about NGs getting. I can feed engineers all the leech that are. Okay, so the plan changed. The plan is now to simply. Oh, he's going to take a cult town, prioritize town tempo more, but I think I was 3 actions from a town anyway. I was never going to beat Patrick to that town. NG should definitely build 1 here. It would be criminal for them not to convert 3 and build G1. This colony is hilarious, valuable for me if I can get it this game. Do we want this F5 hex? Or could I just settle for... Ship town is worse than power town? When did I say that? worse than Power Town. I said that it was the worst of and I'm sure that you knew that I meant this. I meant that it was like the worst at the time, and I think that that is the case, right? Like, all right. So let's see, where are we going from here? What we want. Let's okay. Giants haven't used their cults. They're so connect. Um, I think that we should be able to beat mermaids down here. 2 TPs, advance our shipping, and then build H5. I think that we have the coins for that. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we need a little more leech in order to build H5, but I think I still feel pretty good about taking G4 here. And maybe I can sell that at the 8-pointer. We'll see how I feel. I will want more. So the argument against is that I want a lot of shipping to connect this game anyway. So why not just take F5 and then I 2-ship? The only thing is that I might lose some tempo to mermaids, but these yellow hex, this yellow and hexes down here should stay safe for me, even if mermaids take H4. So I think that the answer, I just go for F5. It's priest for now. Save ourselves the priest for the moment. Right, because how is I going to if I spent both priests digging G4 anyway? Like, I'm go. To be clear, chickens, I am a big proponent of the Power Town. I love the Power Town. Landscape, that's cute. What did Giants do with all their power anyway? Was this all coins? Did they take a power action that I didn't? It's a TP. Oh, they built 2 TPs. Does spend a lot of stuff. They probably just passed for the dwellings tile next. And then Bowser's happy because he's going to get numbers over here. No need to fight others for it later. But to be fair, Giants don't really want to. Okay, so Bowser passes, takes the. I just need to out opponents here. I think I'm going to do that. I'll try. So that's great. Quite nicely for me. We're going to offer. All you wanted to hear was how great the Power Town is. The Power Town is great. The other thing about the Power Town is that its best is like kind of like 4, right? Not the Power Town like so that you can get a power action, and like the best power action obviously. So okay, actually, quick thought: is this supposed to just be a shot? Because I could just advance here, and then I can build these 2 hexes like early next round. I just like points too much, and I'm on me right now, so I can just advance ship here, land on, or this, or like any of these is great for me. Yeah, if my opponents pass out early, then this is, engineers have 0. This is phenomenal. I'm all for this in terms of just sheer boldness. I don't think it's good, but bold. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and it might be the case that the priest is just, or priest or temp ship is just better. It seems kind of wild to say that, but priest or temp ship might actually me right. Oh, well, so much for that. Okay. Temp ship is a lot less attractive than priest, I think. I don't think I can say no to that. I'm guessing what goes down here is Bowser takes the coins, advances ship a few times on A4, D2, F2, I4, build dwellings on 3 shipping. Yeah, then 7 points off the pass tile to H4. First 2 ship. My first actions are h5. Then he gets to I4, I get to h4. So I'm definitely in front of Bowser. Well, okay, then I have c1 and b3 as other hex. Um, yeah. Did I take a 2-for-1 that I shouldn't have? Okay, Bowser can build all his stuff without coming to h4. I think that he should still take the coins and advance ship twice to get up 3-4. Yeah, he can build. He only has the worker as well to get on I4. So cool. He takes the coins. That's good. Patrick would get coins. Given that that didn't happen. So it looks like we're probably building 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes this round, which is that brings us down to just one dwelling on our board, which is we're a town, which means that our scoring might not be so high. But maybe in the final round, I can slowly carve this town, as if giants have 2 digs left. That makes sense. That's B3. So maybe there's a chance that I can sneak this around, but I'm not going to count on it with my current worker economy. My coin situation is good, so engineers needed the workers' power, so them passing in front of me was a little unfortunate. There's the ship advance from Bowser. Like that's, we no longer get that. Yeah, Engries might be able to get the workers' power auction as well, so that would certainly kind of kill us. Maybe if I get enough leech, I can just temple for air 1 at the end of this round. Actually, temple for air 1 gets me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it gets me 3 points dwelling, or for the priest. However, temple for air 1 also loses me points because it 4 points. So it's 6 points worse to go temple for air 1. So the question is templing air 1 is okay? Patrick takes an 11 point. Well, Patrick's engineers on network. 6 points on network is plenty. We expect more than. In my mind, right? These 2 hexes, 3 hexes are the best way to get a town. So I want temple for fire 2, temple for 2 TPs probably, and then 2 shipping. That's the dream right now. It's not clear if the dream will come to pass, but the dream's hexes here for the town. In terms of my dreams of making a town through here. NGs are not on a lot of shipping. They will advance ship 1 more time. Which hex are they going to build? This, or this in terms of. But maybe I shouldn't be so concerned about my leech, and I should just. Also, there was no chance I was getting this town right. I really build this town. Giants also didn't get to 2 ships, so they're not digging D3, which is hilarious. Giants, but they have a very tall game plan. There is a fair chance to beat, probably. Mermaids, no chance of taking B3. I'll still beat them to, like, I'll build C1 and hit D2, so. And then I'm basically done. Yeah, after that I'm actually done. Ooh, Patrick fully advances dig. That's pretty neat. He's passing. Patrick is so. I think that there's likely to be an Air 1 rush next round. Because Patrick presumably takes coins. They can build 2 dwellings here. So actually, they'll have stuff on their board next round. And they have. What if this spade on here? I think mermaids should take this away for sure. I don't know. I mean, engineers have had a pretty solid game. All right, let's count how many workers make this town happen. I would need 1, 2, 3, 4. My 2 temples for Air 1 and for 2 cost me 2 temples. So that's 2 workers. And then that's 4 workers. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would need 10 workers. I have 10 workers, so the question is coins. Looks like I am locked out of a pastile, unfortunately. There's no good economy here. This are that this, so I will just take the priest in the worst case. And I'm opening with the temple for Air 1. Air 1 after that, we'll temple for Fire 2. Also gives us a nice bit of leech, which is welcome. Yeah, definitely opening temple Fire 2. Is Patrick taking coins? Patrick is definitely taking coins. Like Patrick not taking coins is insanity here. He doesn't need to rush. I mean, I guess engineers are going to sanctuary Fire 2, so Fire 2. But I don't think mermaids can do some digging and stuff. I guess mermaids want simply because it is a temple round. So we get Fire 2 blocked. We like this. Their town was a bit of a stretch. We're good, and I'm convinced Air 1 are going to be good regardless. So I thought next round he'll end at 4. I'm 4-ish. Can easily this the economy to fewer. The coins action does go, so I'm happy I didn't take that. I'm just going to begin with Air 1, and I think I will stick with that. I am taking leech here. I have 13 coins. This is 14 coins. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I need 15 total coins. If I get a single 2 for 1, that should be enough. I do a little more than that because I think I would like to build a dwelling after that. Dwelling will cost me plus a dig. So my priest is looking for. So if I can get several 2 for 1s, I need a handful. Patrick also won, so engineers get locked out of Air 1, but I mean, it's particularly support going for Air 1, I think. Let's lock up Fire 2. Unfortunately, like there was a slight trade-off here because I think I wanted to build this TP to get a 2 for 1 off of NGs, but I didn't. I think I'll just try for this 3 for 2. I think I can afford to take a 2 from NGs, but then what are they doing afterward? Stuff. What's up, Heroic Logic? You predict Power Town Darklings. I love it. Fofo is engine in BY. I don't know. No, I don't think I think engine is like just like the right amount of powerful, as in like, it's useful as an extra structure and it's a cool effect. I think this is one of like the specific instances, um, but a lot of the time it doesn't. I think that in that sense, it's one of my favorite designs for a landscape because it doesn't warp the game. All right, so let's figure this out again. We're expecting a 3 for 2 from engineers here. Um, so we want 2 TPs, 2 dwell. That's 10 coins. Um, but we also build a final dwelling. So we're 1 word, and then we need 2 more coins. Could just down convert myself here. Um, if it's the worker's town, the worker, a worker and a coin. So a 3 for 2 should be enough for me here. You mean in general? Yeah, I think Landscape is a pretty cool structure, and I think that it's most useful in games like this where you have like a tricky and you can secure a hex and like make a town in like a weird situation. Players chose to put their landscape on E9, which I think was a pretty good call. But say that giants take E9. If darklings leave G6, then engineers can also double spade G6 and drop the land, and then they can bridge out to H6. I think that's a fairly cool connection plan. Um, and it also gets them a town. There are ways to use this engineer's landscape that are pretty cool and creative. The lakes map is an awful map, however, the end there is pretty dope as well. Um, that makes sense to me because Bowser is fighting me on this. I don't think I'm really going to fight back too hard on it. I just would rather build out to structure left on my board. But Bowser clearly didn't need Fire 2. He still has a landscape, he needs to play landscape. So he's going to go TP. He's going to take a town. Still needs to put his landscape. So he could have just TP landscape for his town, and he could have gone for like he could even matter. So I think that we are happy to take it because we're going to be taking either the worker town or the priest. Um, so we're connected. That makes me feel pretty good. Um, engineers can they can't double dig anymore, and they can do 2 dig like this with a hard dig, this with a power dig or something. So they might struggle to get down to 3. Could have some luck here. I would anticipate one of them Earth 3. That would be my. Oh, no, never mind. It has to be Fire 2. So it could be by the fact that it's a temple scoring round. They say network. Go for the and just temple for water and uh, and Earth 3. Water 3, Earth 3, Fire 2 could be what engineers do with like the rest of their game. Because they don't really have that awful. Coin Town. So that's 5 points. Then 2 more temples is 8 points. The high is worth a fair amount. I don't know. I don't know how things. Bowser's doing some math clearly. Bowser's he um yeah, I think that Bowser realizing that this Fire 2 is probably a mistake. Because like that advanced dig is as many points as I mean I guess he's planning to try our cult anyway, which makes it a bit better, but Okay, he's gonna clear. So he is gonna just. This feels like it's pretty to generate all the now. This also feels quite bad because he has. But hey, I'm just shooting himself in the foot. What do we got here? Patrick is trying to figure out whether he's supposed to be taking leech here. Take leech. Why would you take leech? For the towns that I want, more specifically, I want the workers. Opponents take priest towns, which are probably better towns. That would be great. Interesting. I think it's awful. Um, engineers have been up to? Why have they not? They're playing cults. Fine. It might be a little arrogant for me to do. Getting trickles of victory points, trickle their victory points away so that they can build more temples and fight my opponent is pretty good to me. Bowser's also taken himself out of the favor tile race, so if I were to get instead of fighting for this fight, that's not to do. Patrick won earlier on this temple, so that's pretty interesting as well. Anyway, yeah, I think that this all these temples were probably for Bowser, so I'm happy that competition is lessening. To be a little worried about not getting the workers town. Okay, it's a coin town. Okay, fine. So engineers have chosen to get distracted. They should have been fighting for network, I think, but they chose this line instead. That's network points. Patrick is going to be able to build 2 structures still. Looks like my 2 cult towns didn't wind up doing that much, which I get the round 6 temples and giants opening with a temple makes a fair amount of sense. The fact that my second, I only had a sanctuary producing priest for most of this game, so that's probably my bad. Nonetheless, I'm going to get a town. So if I take this 2 for 1, what that means is that it doesn't take a priest town here, then I should be able to take the 7 pointer. However, I shouldn't take a priest town. There's absolutely nothing left to do. Probably he had all his priests in supply, so it makes sense. I think that Bowser. Wait, hold on. I don't have any priests left. Was it mission then? Well, what? Oh, I missed the fact that this was 4 digs and not 3. I have a dig left. not getting the fact that I thought I was getting to then. I'm getting to 4 strike less. Good. Okay, so fair enough. I had this game won because I thought that I was winning network, but I greatly overestimated myself. So yeah, we're just gonna get a word. Are we losing to engineers? We could be losing it. Yeah, we were actually nowhere near being able to get this town. Priest town Bowser. Yeah. I thought that I was crushing this. Hilariously. I probably priest town and then or taking a ship town or something. Whatever. So Bowser will send priests off to air and earth. I don't have enough to do this. I just need to build my TP and up in the highest VP town left. Real point in me trying to like buy the power for a priest. I think that really helps. Though using the power to buy can be good because it could annoy mermaids. 2 actions could just be priest to fire, priest to fire. I need a power action as a go-between, so that's it's actually crushed this game. I was pretty wrong. Because they're going to take here. Whoa. I don't at all. I guess here's my line could just be to build a team. I really thought that they were going to fight harder against mermaids. Oh, also this blocked giants. Okay, fair enough. Giants can still dig, and I think that they're probably correct if they dig down another dwelling. I think that giants should probably just dig down a 13 or something, get themselves as 13, and then I do win network. So chickens, you think that the priest action will lock up fire? Well, I didn't know that I would be getting the priest action, right? So I thought that there was a chance that engineers would take the priest action. Um, they instead chose to go for network points, which caught me off guard. But yeah, you're right. Um, the power town is equal to or better than the worker. I think that the worker town is 1 point better than the power town, right? Because I get a resource point either way. So the worker town is 1 point, is plus resource points. The power town, 6 points plus a resource. But yeah, basically, like I didn't think that would steal the priest because yeah, see, Patrick just took the wait. The power town is better than worker town. Oh, just buying the priest. You think that if I had just bought the priest instead, but no, I couldn't have made the TP. I thought of that because if I buy the priest, then I don't have enough stuff to build a TP to build this town. I would have had it if I took the 2-for-1. Maybe the right play was to take the 2-for-1, buy the priest, and then make the TP. That was probably the play. But to 15 now, and that so we're going to be plus 12 against the field in terms of net. I don't think anyone can build another structure here. Patrick or hit 1 points, so that's nice. Actually, so engineers will get 5 TP, but they would get 5 points off as well. Well, that's unfortunate. This is pretty unfortunate. Oh, I see what you're saying, chickens. If I send the priest to 5, you have the 3. Okay, you're right. So the right play was to take the 2-for-1, take the priest, send. Oh, I don't even need to take the 2-for-1, right? It was to buy the priest, send it to fire, 2 power and or 2 workers, 3 power, and then I take. And instead of 1 point, I have anything against mermaids. So yeah, It relies on my opponents not coordinating to block the fire cult. I don't think that my opponents were coordinating to block the fire cult. So mermaids, like the most they can get, definitely come from playing against engineers. So yeah, so they're gonna end with 16 from winning 2 cults plus 6 cult points. 133 plus 25 cult points is 158 plus 6, 164. I have 148 from network, 149 with 149, 53, 55, and 58. Yeah. So mermaids have this one. I think that closing fire actually would have won. It would have been a 7-point swing versus mermaids, right? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I had the game, but I gave it away. Yeah, 164 for mermaids. Well, it's okay. Um, I think that we were right that mermaids were pretty good. The bidding reflects that. Um, yeah, Bowser actually did manage to outscore me here. So like getting the 2 key town was cool. It was a nice game. Um, we actually played here, so that's cool. So if we take a quick look, we actually paid more in that was one of the areas where we lost actually. Especially in the final round, we clearly we could have saved ourselves when we made our town. That was a minor mistake. Leech, right? I think that was 2 points of leech by this 3 for 2, and instead just taking a I still lose by 1 even if I do the fire cult line. Why do I still lose by 1? Isn't it? Don't I only 1 point? Like 1 resource point from taking fire by taking the fire cult, right? I buy the priest and then I send fire. So that's an 8-point swing versus mermaids. If I'm not mistaken, wouldn't that actually be um, me winning by 1 point? I 161, 160. Um, Correct me if my math is wrong, but I think that I actually win this game by. Oh, mermaids would win the air cult. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Mermaids would have sent the priest to air. Okay, so the game's lost anyway. Okay, so I don't have to feel that bad about it. I think that I just did the right stuff. Mermaids did the right stuff as well, and it was good for them. Yeah, they templed fire went for this. The going was cool. Um, Ship and coming here was cool for mermaids as well. And all this was phenomenal leech that I don't know if they knew to expect, but wound up being huge. Now got everything they wanted, right? They didn't get the neighbors that they wanted here in the West. Um, but just using this a few times wasn't enough to give them the results that they needed. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think that we talked about playing the mermaid game, and they indeed. Um, been a lot that engineers played this hard on the cults. but I still beat, like, at most I could ask for like 4 points from engineers at less, like, ridiculous on the cults. Um, maybe I probably am supposed to close fire. Maybe I'm supposed to temp. It did wind up being that templing for air one. It would have also given up that I needed. So yeah, maybe an air one during the dwellings round would have made my game just go like the little smoother than it needed to be. I also got some bad luck not passing on the final. I had a pass tile there. I thought that I was going to outlast mermaids and or engineers, but they both outlasted me. So that wound up definitely not breaking my way. Um, yeah, it's okay. It happens. Um, well, mermaids got on that round five pass or round six pass tile, which is what won them the game, obviously. Mermaids and I both hit the track very well. This was a one game, pretty expected. Um, Not quite as one, but still quite solid. Bonus cards. This was a good. I think that this was just the TP tile twice. I never got on the tile, which was a bummer. And I never got on the ship tile. We got the best towns. That was fun. Patrick took 2 towns and got this, so that's also fun. We had decent endgame scoring, just not quite as much as mermaids. So it's fine. It's fine. Um, darklings seems straightforward. Yeah, I agree. Um, and the zero worker income was kind of fun for engineers. That's definitely true. Engineers, like, it didn't work out for them. I think that, like I said in the chat, I think that for if engineers were to Earth 2 in round one, like they said that they were scared of me taking the double dig, but think about it, I'd already taken F4, so double digging exactly. E9. I guess they could have been scared of me taking E9. I would do that, but like that, I guess that's a valid fear. Because like F could right, like that hex connects me. Um, that's what Bowser took against me yesterday. Um, but if they take Earth 2 in round one, their economy is juiced much more. Like that Earth 2 is so incredibly powerful. So they made a mistake. It happens. We all make mistakes. Um, though I think overall it was just like a couple breaks that went the wrong way, plus like a mistake on the fire cult. A fairly I'm gonna have to say that it was like fairly easy to miss, but Engis were scared of losing F4. Engis were not scared of losing F4 because they had already built F4. I was saying that F4 is a hex that like I could have wanted, but they won. So 4 is the hex that they left at the end of round 1, where I thought that they should have upgraded this to a temple to take Earth 2. Spading then maybe I'm double spading E9 or something. But like that's certainly have to risk me double spading E9 in my opinion. Okay, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the chatting. It was a fun one. I lose, but I don't feel too bad about how I played. I think that Pastel wasn't guaranteed, but Mermaids did get onto it, so good play by them. We won our network, which makes sense because we didn't rush Earth 1 like everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. I'll do another today, but maybe this weekend or something, or later this week. See y'all.